Good evening. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Kidney Cookery. I am your host, Steve Belcher. Thank you for joining us this evening. How's everyone doing? Man, you tuned in to an awesome show tonight. Let me tell you, we got Chef O in the house tonight cooking up a nice dish. He's going to tell you what it is. So before we bring him on, share this video, share this broadcast, guys. Don't be, as Jared Brown said, don't be stingy, okay? Share this broadcast so we can get other warriors in here to see how they too can cook an easy, kidney-friendly meal. Let me see, we got two people that commented. Hey, Don, what's going on? How you doing? Hey, Abby, how you doing? Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. Share this video, guys, because you're not going to get nothing like this time of night at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. So pull up your chairs, get your popcorn, get your snacks, whatever you need. Spend an hour with Chef on myself, break bread, and we're going to get it cracking. So let me bring on Chef O, give him the VIP special guest intro. Chef O, what's going on?
Hey. How you doing, Steve? Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Pretty good. It's good to see you. How you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing beautiful. I woke up this morning. How about that?
Absolutely. Hey, yeah. Chef, I met one of your good friends last night.
Uh-oh. I don't know about that. Ask me how good they are.
Bill Ryan?
Bill Ryan. Dr. Bill. I call him Dr. Ryan from a movie. But yeah, Bill and I go way back. Bill had Bill shared his story about his daughter, and he's a guy who put together the transplant games. And in fact, we just lost a guy who helped out day before yesterday. He was the ambassador to the U.S. and he was a great guy who helped us get organized again. Mr. Peter Secchi, I want to send my regards out to the family.
Oh, but yeah, condolences from Urban Health Outreach Media. Wow.
Yeah, but Bill Ryan is a great guy. He has a magazine I wish people would sign up for. Was it Kidney News? I think it is, but it comes out every 2 months and has a lot of great stories and recipes, and he's a great guy. I love Bill. We done traveled to different functions together and speak. So, yes, good guy.
Awesome. Before we start the show, I'd just like to send a shout out again. Barbara Hopkins was watching. Jim Myers, thanks Uncle Jim for watching.
Uncle Jim.
Lynn Allen, Sandria Cheney, Bridget Hill Darby, and my old co-worker Carolyn Thornton Dallas. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you, Dallas. And then Miss Gloria just came in. Thank you for Miss Gloria for chiming in. So, Chef O, how's the weather? You were in Michigan, right?
Yeah, I went to play pickleball this morning. It was 64 degrees. Before the sun set, it was 46. So it dropped just like that. It's kind of cold, and it's that kind of warm weather that you want to stay inside. And then tomorrow is one of my big days. These guys go on national TV tomorrow to play football. So Gonna be rooting for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Go Bucks!
Oh, awesome, awesome. I'd like to say hello. A couple more people. Kevin Lucas. Thank you, Kevin, for watching. And then Florence George. She's from, I think it's Bomeri. It starts with a B, but it's one of the islands in the Pacific. And so we do have international guests. So thank you, Florence, for taking the time and watching the show tonight. I hope everything is going well with you. And God bless you. So thanks again for watching all the way from, I believe it's Bomero. I may be wrong, but if I am, Flo, correct me. So, Chef, what are you? Oh, let me ask you: are you affected by the Flint water crisis?
No, I'm on the other side of the state. Flint is closer to Lake Erie. I'm close to Lake Michigan, so I'm completely on the other side of the lake. No, I got involved with some of the people there helping with water when it happened, but otherwise, no, I'm not involved with it anymore. I've just settled down.
Wow, yeah, yeah, that's very awful. Malaysia. Florence is from Malaysia, and so thank you, and Alan Dombro, thank you for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. You just don't know how much I appreciate y'all taking the time out on a Friday, because you could be doing anything else on a Friday night. But tonight we got Chef O, and he's going to cook up something special. What you doing tonight, Chef? I'm going to put you solo.
I thought about doing some Halloween, and I thought about doing some, but I'm going to combine some things. Like I'm going to do a nice chicken dish that is very tasty. And after that, we're going to do some we're going to do some popcorn. You tell me, grab your popcorn. I got a special popcorn mixture we're going to make. And then also, I love doing, we're going to do some deviled egg with smoked salmon.
Wait a minute. You said deviled egg with smoked salmon.
Salmon, yes.
I never heard of that. That sounds really tasty.
That's what I said, Brother Steve. I like thinking out of the box, because everybody make deviled egg. They may put some pickles on it or make this. I love mixing it up. And when we get into it, I want to tell you all the different things you can do to it. Okay. Right. So it's just something I love doing. And then dealing with chicken, you want to do so many tasty chicken. This is going to be really nice, because I'm putting a lot of mixtures together, and we'll call it a sheet pan chicken thighs with squash, fennel, and grapes.
Okay.
All right. I'm getting ready to start this up real quick.
Oh, go ahead. And I just like to tell people that we will, after the show, probably tomorrow or Sunday, have the recipe up.
Yes, sir.
On the thumbnail, so you can copy it if you like.
Well, I try to do things, Steve, we talked about it. I try to do stuff that someone don't have to run out to a specialty store. You can go to your local grocery store that carries most of this stuff, and that's it. Like today, I want to do, when I got here, I got an acorn squash. I cut it up in like little pieces. I got them cut in about 1/4 inch thick pieces. I cut it in half. Then I cleaned it out. I cleaned it out cleaned the seeds out. Then I went and cut it in 1/4 inches. Okay, I have that. Then I have a fresh fennel bulb. It's just regular fennel you got. And I'm putting it in my pan with my acorn squash. Gonna mix it around. Then I'm going to hit it with some.
So Chef O.
Yes. We got the olive oil. Okay. I'm putting about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. Putting it together. And I'm mixing together there. Then I have some seasoning here. Okay. Turn this down a little bit. You won't see me no more.
There you go. Wow, that looks good.
Okay. I am going to put in it some brown, just teaspoon of brown sugar in this mixture, cumin. I use some white pepper, cayenne pepper, and I got this mixture here. And I went, whoop! I forgot one thing: my grapes. Gotta have my grapes in there. There we go.
Oh, those are great. Are those seedless?
Seedless red grapes. Now I'm going to sprinkle with my ingredients, my dry.
Oh, can you tilt your camera down a little bit?
Okay. We're going to see.
There you go.
I got it. I'm going to mix them in with my seasoning that I got put together in the olive oil. Got it there. Now I'm going to go over here and lay them out on my pan, Steve. I have a sheet pan over here because they already oiled up. I'll show you that when I get done with this. And everybody can see what it looked like once we get them layered out on the sheet pan.
Share this broadcast, everyone. Share this broadcast so other warriors can see what's going on here.
Okay, let me dump this out. The grapes. All right. So I got everything, Steve. See, I got the acorn squash. I got some grapes. And I had a fennels here. And I got them tossed in my seasoning with the olive oil.
I didn't know you could put grapes in the oven.
Oh, we will tonight, buddy. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven.
That's how much I know about cooking.
Come on, Steve. You know.
Oh yeah, I know how to cook, but I just didn't know that you could cook grapes like that.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go to my chicken thighs, Steve. I got some chicken thighs here, just plain. I washed. I like to tell people when you go to the store and you buy stuff that's already packaged, please wash it. Please. One, you don't know how long that's been in the package. You don't know how long it's been, sitting around like that. So I'm tossing this around. I got my seasoning here. I'm going to toss in with it. There we go. Like I say, a little cayenne pepper, cumin, and the works right there. Now I'm going to hit it with some olive oil, just a little bit. Okay. I have my oven set, Steve, right now.
At what temperature?
At 425. I got it set pretty high here at 425 because these will not burn at that temperature. You see, I have 4 chicken thighs, and I'm going to take and throw in my oven.
Are you going to eat all 4 for yourself?
Huh?
I said, are you going to eat all 4 of those thighs yourself?
I'm saving some for the game tomorrow.
Got you.
I'll have some for the game tomorrow. So, all right. So while that's in the oven cooking, that's going to take about 30 minutes. And we're going to talk about some other things right now. I clean this up, little mess, and get ready to go on. Now, you had mentioned it earlier about having everybody grab their popcorn and get ready to watch the show. We are going to do a special kind of popcorn. See?
You said a special popcorn?
Yep. Special popcorn, a little treat. Instead of your friends coming over, you may watch a college game tomorrow and see you up in you got University of Maryland over there.
Yes.
Yeah, you got University of Maryland. We got you got Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State. You got them all playing tomorrow.
Oh, I keep forgetting tomorrow's Saturday, college games.
Ah, yes, college game day. So what I did, Steve, I had an opportunity to pop up some popcorn. There we go. I got my popcorn already popped up and ready to go.
Hey, Chef, we had a question from Dawn Kirkowski. She wants to know, can you do legs or breast instead of thighs?
Yes. Oh, any part of the chicken you can use. This was just something different because a lot of people I know have throat problems, and a lot of times they just can't eat the leg, can't eat the breast. So thighs are one of the better part of the chicken is more tender. Believe it or not, the thigh is tender than anything because of the muscle, because it's working the legs.
Right.
So I tell people, yes, a thigh is a good one to use. I knew some clients I used to have, and that's the only thing they can have, chicken thighs. So yes, you can use anything else. When you cook and stuff like this, you can substitute. You can substitute, but watch how you do it and make sure you're thinking about the eating habit. But like I say, I do it because there's a lot of different people watching, and a lot of time when you're patient, sometimes you have a problem with your throat swallowing stuff, and so that's why I did thighs this time. 'Cause most of the time we do breast. We do chicken breast. Okay.
All right.
See what I got here. Like I say, I got some popcorn, and I say I'm gonna make some spiced popcorn with some pecans and raisins. It'll be really easy. Now, what I've got in my little dish right here.
Oh, can you tilt your camera down? Just there you go.
Yeah, what I got in my little dish here is I have a little cinnamon, paprika.
Oh, lift it up a little bit. Lift that right there.
There we go. I have cinnamon, paprika, cayenne pepper again, nutmeg. I want to take it and I got it mixed up. And I'm going to sprinkle it in here. Just sprinkle.
So the popcorn already popped.
Oh, yeah. The popcorn is already. So I want to get that mixture mixed in here. Okay. Now I want to drizzle. Put my pecans in. I got a cup of pecans. Now don't get minced, get chopped. Okay. There's some that's chopped, and then there's little bitty pieces that's mint. I want them more chopped because I want to be able to get them in here and mix them up. There we go.
I know. What is this called?
This is called spiced popcorn with pecans and raisins. You should have that in your
yeah, I do. Guys, share this broadcast. You're not going to get this anywhere else on Facebook Live cooking demo with Chef Oliver Hill from Michigan. Welcome to the Kidney Cookery. I'm Steve Belcher. We have Chef O in the cookery tonight.
So what I got here, Steve, is raisins. Golden raisin. Okay? You're going to say, why don't I use the other raisin? I just love using golden raisins because you see the other raisin in everything you prepare or cook. You know, like I say, I love thinking out of the box, Steve.
Uh-huh.
Thinking out of the box.
And this is definitely thinking out of the box.
Now, everybody probably say, well, what's going to hold that together? I have just a tad, about a tablespoon of maple syrup.
Oh, God. Woo! But look, what about someone who's diabetic?
I got like a half a tablespoon.
Okay.
Half a tablespoon. And then if you only see, I got 5 cups of popcorn. 5 cups.
Okay.
So a half a tablespoon is going to go a long way with this popcorn mixture. Okay?
Man, that looks good.
So like I say, we're going to, whoops, jump. It's trying to jump out through your screen there, Steve.
I see.
There we go. It's coming together. So I'm going to take this, let it set to the side. This is something I'm going to have tonight. And then tomorrow for the game, I'm going to sit on the couch, be a couch potato. And that's what I'm going to have right there.
Oh, man, that looks good, Chef.
Oh, yeah. It's a little spicy because of the cumin and the cayenne pepper. It just got just a tad kick. That'll go along with your glass of wine or your beer or whatever. Or
so Miss Gloria, this is what this is called, gourmet popcorn.
No, we don't. I would love it. I can do another one that is really knock yourself off. Okay, we'll do something like for New Year's Eve or something for a party, and we'll bring in the big guns for that. All right.
That sounds good.
Tell Jeff, tell the other chef, don't do that. They'll be
Oh
making.
man, that looks so good, guys.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna walk over. What I did, Steve, I made up some little devil eggs. Because everybody loves devil eggs. Who don't eat devil eggs? And what I did, I took
Oh man.
a little smoked salmon, a little dill, a little paprika, and threw on it. And they can use baby shrimp. Take baby shrimp, put on it, or you can take some. I know I'm trying to stay away from salami and different kind of cold meat, but you can take a chicken breast and cut it in and put strips of chicken breast on it. So you can
Oh my God, that looks so good, man.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you can tell everybody when I'm coming, don't forget, I'm gonna be coming to your place, Baltimore, once this get over.
I know. And you're gonna be more than welcome. I'm gonna bring you down to my place in Washington, DC. We're gonna throw down.
We're gonna throw down. I'm not gonna
I'm gonna tell my mom she doesn't have to cook that day.
No, I tell you what. Do you think we can possibly do a cooking in your kitchen?
Oh, absolutely.
We'll do the show from your kitchen, so everybody's gonna say, "Oh!" Then next thing you know, you're gonna have all these cars pulling up in front of your place.
That's awesome.
But that is, I love doing devil egg. Devil egg is one of the easiest thing you do. But this time, when people look at the recipe, they're gonna say he put milk in it. I love putting milk in my eggs to spread it out a little bit.
So what about the phosphorus when you're talking about milk?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I can't do milk, but I try to use something like almond milk or a coconut milk.
Okay, so you substitute that.
I substitute my milk when I'm doing something with milk. Like I say, I do almond milk or either a coconut milk, something like that. I don't use pure, plain old everyday whole milk or 2%. I substitute and use another milk. But there's other milks somebody can have who's lactose or either on dialysis that they could have instead of having regular milk.
Right. And I must tell people when you do eat and you prepare your meals, don't forget your phosphorus binders. Take them with your meals.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, the binders is a great and the best thing to have if you want to have good eating and stay healthy. You have to have your binder. You have your
absolutely.
binder.
Absolutely.
Okay, set that back in the refrigerator.
Y'all give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this. Let's see some thumbs up, some interaction. If you want to come on the Kidney Cookery, just send us a message. Say you'd like to come on the Kidney Cookery, and maybe you may be a chef or you may prepare kidney-friendly meals and you want to share your recipe with our audience. So send us a message. I'm sorry, chef.
I tell everybody you don't have to be a professional chef or chef. If you got something that you love cooking and can do something in about 50 minutes or so, it'll take you. Call Steve up. Get in touch with him and say, hey, I got this kidney-friendly meal I want to do. And just bring it to us. I mean, don't be afraid. I mean, it's something you like and something you can do. And there you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will. Very approachable. So please don't don't delay if you want to come on the Kidney Cookery or you got something that you want to share with the kidney community. This platform is for everyone in the kidney community. And speaking of that, we have a new platform on Stream TV, the Urban Health Outreach Media Network. We have 2 channels up and running, the Urban Health Media channel and the Urban Health Media Music channel. So they're running 24/7.
What's the music channel, Steve? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Chef, it's music that's uploaded, positive, uplifting music that runs 24/7, different artists, copyright free music. And what I'm trying to do is collaborating with some people now. And speaking of that, if you're on here and if you're a musician or you got some YouTube content and you want to be uploaded on our channel, please let me know. And as I was saying, Chef, I'm working with 2 people now, DJ and another gentleman that's a pianist that's going to be doing some musical compositions, and I'll be able to upload that as well. So we're looking for more talent, specifically from the kidney community. We like to showcase that talent. So if you sing, any type of musical instrument, play piano, and you have some YouTube content, please reach out to me so we can upload you to our Urban Health Outreach Media music channel.
Wow, Steve, that is awesome. I mean, you have so many different people on that have different categories to talk about, especially when it comes to kidney problem, because there's a lot. And I've been around the kidney world now for 34 years. And over my 34 years, I have seen things come and go. But one thing that hasn't changed is kidney problem affect everybody. Everybody, young, old, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, they hit everybody. But we know how to handle it if we eat right and do right when we find this out. And one of the biggest things I preach about and talk about is no salt. No salt. When I go places, I see people just pile the salt on. And that's one of the problems we have with being a kidney patient. You can't have all that salt. And I wish people would just take in consideration. And hey, Steve and I want to see you around. We want you to watch more of our shows. We want you to learn a little bit more about the cooking and go from there. Okay?
All right. Yeah. Jared Brown says hello.
Hey, Jared, tell me something good, buddy.
And Miss Mongo, I mean, I love this woman, Miss Gloria Mongo. She always got some great information. Like she's a walk-in encyclopedia. Like every minute she's spitting out some relevant value information. She said flax milk, oat milk, non-enriched almond milk.
Use oat milk.
No, she was just suggesting with some of the milk, flax milk, oat milk, non-enriched almond milk. So thank you, Miss Mongo. I mean, I really love you to death with all this instant encyclopedia information. And then Don wants to know, are berries okay for kidney warriors?
Berries?
Yeah.
Strawberry, raspberries. I love them because the natural juices in them. Just like since you can't have bananas and oranges, berry is one of the things I love substituting. But again, it's just like anything. You can't overeat them.
Right. And also check with your dietitian too.
Yeah, check with your diet. That's the main thing. Because some areas really, believe it or not, Steve, some areas are different than with my traveling, we're going to California, Boston, Texas, Florida, and you go to these places and you are amazed at what they can do. I was in a dialysis center down in Indiana, where they let their patients, believe it or not, Steve, order carry-out food from fast food chains. I mean, they have menus. They have different recipes, not different. different menu items, a different local restaurant that delivered to the dialysis center, and it's around 11:30 to about 1 o'clock. It's constantly somebody coming in with a hot bag, bringing in chicken, bringing in
Yeah,
sandwiches.
I've seen a lot of that.
Well, when I was taught you wasn't supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, the thing is, some places it's a matter of opinion on when it comes to eating on dialysis, because what happens when if you eat on dialysis, what tends to happen, and I can explain this to warriors who may be say why we can't. Some places let you eat, some don't, and the reason for that is because when you eat, the natural digestion process, you're pulling blood away during that process, so it can cause hypotension. And
Yeah.
so if someone's eating and they get hypotensive, then they can aspirate or choke on the food. And so that's why a lot of facilities don't want patients to eat on the machine, because they feel, especially if a person is running low blood pressure,
Yeah.
and if they eat and they get into a hypotensive episode, they can possibly aspirate on their food.
See, you try to tell people that, when you talk to them, explain to them that this is what can happen. No, they go, I've been doing this. I know what I'm doing. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but I can say, on the other hand, there are some places, if a patient is diabetic, they'll let them eat a snack, if to keep their blood sugar up.
Yeah, I understand that, Steve. I understand that, but as warriors, I don't know everything. That's why I love watching your show, because you have so many different people on who knows what's going on, and it's just so wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Chel. That chicken looked good. It was done really fast.
Yeah, at 425 degrees, it don't take long to cook. Okay, about 30, a pretty good time.
That wasn't long.
Well, what I got here, Steve, is my.
Oh, let me put you solo.
Here's my acorn squash, and I got my fennel gonna go in there. Now I'm gonna decorate it.
Oh, you already put that in the oven?
Yes, I put this in the oven already. It already broiled. All it takes is just a few minutes. There you go. See, we got that already. Put some over here.
Yeah, Miss Gloria, aspiration can cause pneumonia. My sister passed away. She aspirated, had a heart attack.
Oh, Steve, no, don't tell me that. All right. I went pre-prepared for this. And I take a little.
Oh, Chef, you got to take a picture of that and send it to me.
Oh, I'm going to. This little balsamic vinegar reduction, I just put on the plate. Got a little fennel leaves here. And you can see I got the chicken over the squash with the grapes. Now I'm going to take that, and for a treat.
Now, Chef, how long does this cook? Alan want to know. Eileen, I'm sorry.
Eileen, it's normally at 425. You let it sit in there for 35 minutes. 35 minutes. That's how long it takes you to cook.
Thanks, Don. Uh-huh.
So that's all you need to have right there. I'm going to take my egg, put it right over here. Then I'm going to take my popcorn. There's the popcorn. Season up there. And then there's the chicken. All right?
Oh, man.
There you go. Okay?
Damn, that look good.
All that, like I say, you can use a chicken breast. but because of it, this is skin on. Now, normally when I do stuff, Steve, I don't do it with the skin on. I love doing it with skin off. It gives it a little bit more flavor. But what I also do, I didn't do with this, I don't sear it. I did not sear it at all and put it in the oven because I wanted to, with the high temperature we was baking it at, I want to keep it at just put it in and let it cook itself with the skin on.
Oh, so you had the oven preheated.
Preheated, yes.
Okay, so once you put that chicken in, it was on its way to sizzling.
I was on its way. Oh, with 425, Steve, it didn't take much at all. It doesn't take much at all.
Gotcha.
I got a chance to do a TV show yesterday, and
awesome.
I interviewed a friend, a guy who I know. Believe it or not, Steve, the guy was homeless. He was homeless, and he went from being homeless to owning one of the top barbecue restaurants in Grand Rapids. That shows you how life can change for you if you put some heart and soul in it. And he's got a plant-based meatloaf, and then I had a lobster hot dog yesterday, made out of lobster. So it just how you eat and how you go. Now that plant-based meatloaf is good for a lot of people who are more vegan and vegetarian. Steve, I could not believe the flavor this meatloaf had in it.
Wow.
It was something else. So, are we going to make a squash soon? Yeah, I want to do a whole program. I want to do a squash soup. We're going to do a squash soup.
Oh, no, she's talking about her husband.
Oh, she's talking about her husband. Oh, I thought
she said they're going to make squash soon.
Oh, okay. I tell you what, squash is so good. I love taking it, and then like when I do the soup, I love leaving a little of this into the half a squash and then fill it up with the soup. It's just so many ways of doing things. Now this chicken right here, I can also take this and cut it up and have it on a nice salad tomorrow. I mean, I got my tomorrow football stuff all ready to go. I want to take the chicken, cut it up in little strips, and put it over a nice tossed green salad. I was thinking about doing the one with arugula, because I love eating arugula, and it's a very nice salad. Very nice salad with chicken and some items with it. I use a chicken. I do some. I have some spicy nuts that I sprinkle on it, and I use grapes over it. And I do it without cheese. That's the one good thing that I don't use. So, since I was on Dallas, there's things I do without. If people don't get, not like after going so long without eating potatoes, that's why you see me using other starches like the rice, the couscous. I love doing risotto, taking risotto and do it. I just did one for an open house that we used some wild duck breasts. Made a wild duck risotto. It was a hit. It was a hit, Steve.
Now, how long does the popcorn last?
How long does it last?
Meaning, like tomorrow or the next day?
I'm putting it in Ziploc bags, what I got made up, and tomorrow by 12 o'clock, I'm going to be halfway in it, buddy. So I'm not going to give it much. It ain't going to be around long, Steve.
Right. And Miss Gloria, I'm telling you, man, Miss Gloria, I don't know how she do it and finding out information, but she does. She said she saw the guy you're talking about on YouTube, homeless to barbecue business owner.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can. It's a good thing you can mix and match. You can also put. There is a sugar-free barbecue sauce out now. Sugar-free, and you don't use tomatoes. You use something else in it, and it is awesome to have to put sprinkle in with the popcorn and toss it around. You can put almost anything in popcorn that you want.
Right. Miss Dawn wants to know, can she get some squash recipes sometime?
Hey, Dawn, You can not email me. You can text me or email me. Steve, you got my email address there close by.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Okay, you can email me and say, "Hey, chef, I would like. What do you want? There's mashed squash. There's squash soup. You tell me what kind of squash that you want to use. There's. I love the spaghetti squash. Have you ever had spaghetti squash, Steve?
No, I haven't.
Spaghetti squash is awesome to have. And when you cook it and clean it out, they look like little spaghettis.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So like I say, it's something you can have, and it's very tasty. The other thing is the squash soup. I love mixing my squash soup by adding like roasted red peppers. Taking a squash soup, blend it down, and then roast the red peppers in for a little kick and little bites.
Man, that is awesome, chef.
So as it get colder, we'll be doing soups. We'll be doing soup. We'll be doing some more winterized stuff that people want to do. And like I say, I am going to stick with more like the chickens. I don't know. The salmon went over good. I think Chef, what's his name? Not Jacob. I can't get his name. The guy, the chef.
Oh, Brian or Chef Javon.
Javon. I love this salmon that he did the other day, and I said, "Boy, I came close to making that this week." And I said, "Our mind was in the same atmosphere, He's a great chef, and I tell everybody, watch him. I mean, he's a more fine dining, very fine dining guy. I try to keep mine down to earth where everybody can do it, but he's a great chef. Great chef.
Aaron said, "Hey, Aaron, how you doing, baby girl? Hope everything's going okay." My friend Aaron out in Southern Maryland, she said we need more cooking shows like this, and I think that's true, chef, because for some people, especially people who may recently get hit or diagnosed with kidney disease, and they go into the unit, and then the dietitian comes with all this paperwork and say you got to change, you got to stop this and stop that. But when you got shows like this with people such as yourself who've been through the experience, and now you're teaching with your cooking, I mean, it's a no-brainer, chef, to have shows like this, not just once in a while, but constant and consistently. What do you think on that?
If we could get a pharmaceutical company or someone would sponsor a show weekly, we can do it on a Friday or Saturday night or some night that is better. I think Wednesday is a good night to do it, but you got other shows, and a night that more people can be around. I would love to. We can rotate ourselves in and do a weekly show. Because there's plenty. We can do a show every week, almost every night, Steve, that people would not believe what we can come up with. We haven't even touched any lunch items or haven't did any breakfast items. Most of that stuff we've been doing is dinners, but you can use these for lunches. But there are certain things I love to do for lunch.
Mm-hmm. Now, chef, let me ask you. You were talking about soups. Now, when you talk about soups, and in the next show, I am going to have a dietitian. I know Mrs. Cassandra, she's real busy. But when we're talking about soups, do we need to look out for, one, the sodium, and two, the fluid? Because doesn't soup count as fluid intake?
Count as a fluid intake, and the one thing we won't do, Steve, we won't do any cream soups. We won't be doing any cream soup. Most of our soup's gonna be like a chicken and rice or chicken noodle. And then what people can do is just they know their measurements. Half a cup of a liquid. They can regulate that. Mm-hmm. It's up to them. And what I would do, Steve, is I can put it on the recipe if I do a soup recipe, I put on it the levels of the nutrition and then how much you use it for substitution of a liquid. Because you have to watch all your liquid intake, and soup is, like I say, got a lot of liquid. But if you just take it and just measure out the liquids, and then you know what you
And
got
count
to
it in.
do. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Man, this has been, and Chef, the one thing about this, you cook that meal under an hour.
Most of the meals I do, Steve, most of my kidney renal meal I can do and serve you within an hour. I do a lot of 5 and 7 course meals, and those are time consuming. I tell people a nice 5-course meal should take you about 2.5 hours to set and eat.
5-course meals take 2.5 hours.
Yes.
Wow.
And then you won't be full when you get done with the dessert. You got. Don't forget, you're setting for 2.5 hours. You may have a wine here and a wine there and wine there, but you're eating 5 different courses as you go along, and you're sitting there, and your time is go by so quick because you're laughing and joking with your guests. You're laughing and joking with all your friends at the table. Like I haven't did any since the COVID. The last one I did was in February, and that was for 8 people. 8 people I did a 5-course dinner for, and they loved it. In fact, I booked the dinner off of that I haven't been able to do because of COVID. But, sitting and eating a good meal and enjoying it, I think everybody should do it once in a great while. I would take that chicken thigh, and if I want to do something, I would take it, debone it, take the bone out, cut it in half, make a little pocket. I make a chicken mousse and put in there. Then I make some chicken velouté to go over the top, and I can have a ball with it.
Wow.
But again, I don't want to give, that's cooking class number 301.
Oh, you getting deep. You getting like cruise ship, 5-star hotel type cooking.
Yeah. But see, that's what my background. I'm a French gourmet chef, and I love doing sauces. I love doing all sorts. My wine cabinet, I wish I could take you and show it to you. Everybody said, man, you got some good wine, but why you drink? I said, I don't drink. I cook with it. I do a lot of cooking with different wine. Amaretto. I got some Grand Marnier up there. I have some, I'm looking at some Frangelica. I hear some Drambuie. I got a peppermint. I got a peach snob. I got a peppermint snob and a mint snob that I use to make stuff with.
Wow.
So as time goes on, we're gonna be doing some things, Steve. And
all right, Dawn says she's coming over for dinner.
You know what we having, Dawn? We got the chicken and the squash and the fennel, and you may get a devil egg too.
Yeah. Hey, Chef, how long have you had your transplant?
I've had 2, Steve. The first one went from 1985 to 2007.
That's when I started dialysis in 1985.
You did?
I started working in dialysis in November 1985.
Well, I got my transplant in January of 1985, and
wow.
it lasted 23 years. Went back on dialysis for 4 years, and the one I have now, it'll be 9 years in January.
Wow.
And boy, it had been a blessing, Steve. With my travels, with you talking about Bill Ryan earlier, I have traveled on different transplant Olympic teams. I have did ever since 2012. I went every 2 years up to now. I've been to 9 countries to compete in, and just it's been amazing to be with a group of colleagues who have had not only kidneys but heart, liver, lung, pancreas, bone marrow, and competing athletically, international with them. I mean, the one we went to last year, I was in England, and so it's fun, and you have to make your life what it is. I know right now with the COVID, you kind of shut down and can't do things, and that's the other reason why I can't get to Baltimore or Washington D.C. area because so much restriction. But once they start lifting and things get better, Steve, first thing on the list is plan dinner at Steve's house. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
And
you
like I
pick
said, you're more than welcome.
and you're gonna pick the meal.
Okay. Hopefully, I got to, up until that point, I want to see what you made. And then I want to pick one of the ones from the show. It may be that salmon that you had the other week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a big hit. I had people emailing me for the address. I mean the recipe.
Oh,
And
that's great.
That's something else, Steve. I get a lot of text messages from your viewers. There's a lot of people out there watch the show.
Really?
A lot, Steve.
Oh man, that's awesome because that's the intention of this show for people to one, get educated that there's an alternative way to the status quo of kidney diet, and two, to reach out to you because you're so gracious and you even offered if anybody's looking to get a recipe from you, just send you an email and you're more than welcome to send it to them. So I didn't know that people were reaching out to you like that, Chef.
Steve, I'm getting probably up to 10 or one. The first week I had 14 text messages or some to my Facebook asking, well, can you do this? Or there's one young lady in Florida. I hope she's watching tonight that she loves sauces. And I've been sending her different sauces, like once in a great while. Because I don't want to bore her with all these different sauces, but she loves French cooking and she loves sauces.
Oh man, amen.
So I just sent her some recipe for a sauce. But I love doing this, Steve, because I have not got a chance to meet my donors. There's two families lost a loved one to make my life what it is. And for me not to recognize that is wrong. And so I don't have all the money in the world that I can send them. I don't have ways that I can get to them because I don't know who they are, because I wrote them, they didn't respond. So what I do is just the saying that everybody say now is paying it forward. At least I can give back to the community, to the world, to anyone in my range of my voice. I can give back, and I'm happy by doing what I'm doing. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. That's awesome. So we got some comments. Dawn says she's going to be at the transplant games next year. Elaine said, did you participate with the transplant games, preparing meals before COVID? So you participated, but you didn't prepare meals.
I was asked to do the one in England, do it in front of 46 countries. The one that was there last year.
Prepare meals?
Yeah, they wanted me to prepare a cooking demo for the 46 countries. They were going to bring them in, and somebody's going to translate and tell them what I'm talking about. But I did do one at the Wide World Sports Complex in Orlando, Florida, in the basketball gym where the pros were playing. I had the whole gym to myself with big screen TVs, and I was up on the stage, and it blew my mind, Steve.
Oh man, I know I would have been on cloud nine.
Oh, it was something to stand there and talk to everybody with a head mic and talking to them when it was all around. So it was fun.
Almost like a TED talk.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Wow.
So I have had a good life. So I know you got to be leaving soon. Thank you again. Thank all you out there. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Wear your mask now. Wear your mask. That's all I can say. Wear
Right.
your mask.
And Chef, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Next week, we have Kidney Stories with Uncle Jim. That's the last Friday of the month. And
Okay.
then, but you know what? We'll probably do a show on another day. I try to be consistent on Fridays, not to confuse people. Like which day, which day is it? This day or that day?
Yeah,
So,
that's why I say we need to get a good day, and then maybe if we can get somebody to help us out, we can do it weekly,
oh,
every week.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
we'll get there. We
Oh,
will get there.
absolutely. We will. We will.
Okay.
So, Eileen says you are a celebrity.
Nah, and
Also,
I'm one of
inspiration.
you. I'm one of you guys. I just take it, and I love giving back.
Right. That's great. Okay,
And
Chef. So, go
somebody
ahead.
wanted somebody just text me and asked me, "What does that shirt you got on say?" You remember our little boy? He always said, "What are you talking about,
Yeah,
Willis?"
yeah. Gary Coleman. What you talking
Yeah,
about, Willis?
yeah. I am what Willis was what talking about.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Another kidney warrior gone too soon. Gary Coleman, rest in peace.
so he was a leader in it. He was one of the first one I got a chance to meet and see, Gary Coleman. So,
Wow.
so I mean, I have met a lot of them. Larry Hagman, the Graham, the Shelby, Mr. Shelby, Shelby Ford. Got a chance to meet him. What was the guy on White Shadow? Ken Norton, not Ken Norton, some Norton, who was in a weekly show called White Shadow. This white coach coaching 7 Afro American boys. I met him many times. He was at the transplant game. So we have lost a lot of warriors, but we are saving a lot of warriors too, Steve.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, dude, you have a good one. Goodbye, all you people out there, and thanks for watching. I know you could have had something else to do on this Friday night, but thank you very much.
All right, Chef. Thank you, man. We appreciate you, and we see you soon.
We'll see you soon. All right. Bye bye.
All right.
Anybody want to help wash dishes?
Oh man, enjoy your meal.
I will. And the popcorn.
Yeah, man, I love to taste that popcorn. All right, Chef. Good night.
Good night.
All right. So, guys, this was a great show. I just want to address something right quick that Aaron mentioned. Aaron Wheeler, my buddy. Aaron, she says this is great for the kidney community. Absolutely, and that's what we want. But we need more participation. I mean, we understand, but if we could get more people to join in to see what's going on, so they can learn, and then they can tell someone else, and they can learn, we could be a community of mindful, educated people that, in spite of dealing with this disease, can trudge through it and have remedies and other outlets to tackle this disease, whether it's head on or from which way that you're dealing with it. So, and then I just like to thank again, thank you, Kevin. Miss Gloria Mongo, Miss Gloria, I mean, thank you so much. I'm going to have to reach out to you one day, probably tomorrow, through Messenger and just hear your story, because it's like you just came out of nowhere and you delivered a lot of great information, like instantaneously. And I was scared at first when I noticed this, but I mean, because I didn't know where you was getting this information from, but for some reason, information is all evidence-based knowledge. So anybody watching, I definitely encourage you to read Miss Gloria Mongo. That's how you spell her name. The post she be posting are very, very educational and knowledgeable, and found information that I didn't know was out there. So thank you for adding value, Ms. Mongo, to this community and to our broadcast with your information. I just wanted to acknowledge you. And then Kevin, thank you for watching from the mountains where you're at, man. I really appreciate you. Sure you're out there hunting. It's winter time. You're probably doing some deer hunting out there, man. Be safe. Oh, you traveled home from my travel. Where'd you go? Man, that's awesome. And thank you for watching the shows. Man, that's great. And see, let me just say this and I'm going to go. Like Kevin, you see where he said he's home from his travels for this year. Now, how is that if Kevin has kidney disease and he's on dialysis and he's home from travels for the year? You know how? Because he does CAPD or peritoneal dialysis, which afford him the opportunity to not just stay home to do dialysis, but do it from anywhere across the country. Way to go, Kevin, man. I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed yourself, man. Get some rest. I'm not sure where you went, but I'm sure you probably had a good, oh, I knew it. Oh, well, I mean, pass that on to me, Miss Mongo, because whatever you got, you have definitely been touched. You have with that. And I don't know, I don't even know if you got kidney disease or not. I think you mentioned that you don't have it, but you still come across with all this great life-saving information. So thank you so much. Yeah. And then Kevin said I knew he went hunting, elk and deer hunting, had to. I want to tell you what, Kevin, I got to get your address because if anything happens, far as where we got to leave the city or bug out, I'm going to come to you where you're at. I'm trying to think of that movie with John Goodman where those aliens came down. They had to go underground. But yeah, man, that's good that you're stocking up, eating on the land. Man, I wish I lived near you. I really do, because I'm sure you're really eating healthy. Oh, okay. Okay, stage 3. So we're going to do everything. And I want to try to do everything in my power to keep you there and not progress. So reach out to me. I know you got a lot of information. You're getting it. But if anything I could do to help you, please don't hesitate to reach out. God bless you, Miss Mongo. And wherever you live, I'm going to come visit you. I mean, because you have been awesome. You've been very supportive and very assistive. And I really appreciate you. I really do. So, guys, thank you for watching. Kevin, Miss Gloria, Dawn, Eileen, Aaron. And I mean, that was pretty much it. Oh, Tom Kurkowski, Miss Barbara, Jared, and Mr. Jim, Uncle Jim, Miss Florence from Malaysia. Yeah. And send some shout outs to Miss Flo. I love her as well. She tunes in, supports me from Malaysia. And they've had some unfortunate flooding over there, but she's been okay. So please send your prayers to Miss Flo watching from Malaysia. She's also a nurse colleague. She's a teacher. God bless you for your service, Miss Flo. And again, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, Alan, thank you for watching. New supporter, I really appreciate you. And please watch our other shows as well. Kevin, thank you. I definitely will stay positive. Man, definitely appreciate. And that's the thing, Miss Eileen. I swear, if I'm messing up your name, please excuse me. I wasn't good in grammar. So I'm the first to tell you that I wasn't good in grammar, but I'm getting better when it comes to writing and pronunciation and all that. But I got to hear how you pronounce it. Eileen. But again, thank you for watching. And this is what we was trying to do, Miss Eileen, Ellen. I'm sorry. But what we wanted to do is create a spot in this place, shows, media shows, education for the kidney community, because we know that there's no mainstream spotlight shedding on this disease. And yes, Hollywood came out with a new show, Be Positive. That's great, but we all know the reality of kidney disease and how Hollywood puts a spin on these shows. So what you see on TV doesn't always happen in real time or real life, okay? I don't know if on that show Be Positive, I haven't seen it. Don't know. I just know they talk about kidney transplant, but do they talk about having the BK virus? Do they talk about going into rejection? Do they talk about somebody being rejected and going back on dialysis? These are real life issues. And this is what we try to, with the permission of the warrior coming on, to share their stories of how they deal with this disease and what helped them push through or not push through. Okay, we know everybody's not on the same level when it comes to this. However, we just want to make sure that everyone has a fair chance and opportunity to education when it comes to this disease. That's all, and trying to give it a national spotlight. That's why we always say share our broadcast, share it, because at some point we're going to hit mainstream, and when that happens, we're going to broadcast and highlight all the other warriors who are dealing with this. That's why you see me doing birthday shout outs. And if I missed your birthday, I'm sorry. I only see it when it come across my timeline. So it's not like I go through the timelines and looking for whose birthday it is. But whoever comes up on my timeline is that birthday and they're a kidney warrior. That's when the spirit tells me to send a birthday shout out. We need stuff like that in this community to uplift each other. In spite of, you got warriors who want to give up. You got warriors who are depressed. You got warriors who are not depressed. So if we know what works for one and not works for another, then we can help. We can come here like a network and help each other out, just like this cooking show, just like the faith channel we want to have, where we have multiple speakers on there, different faith-based, talking about the word of God and giving hope, where you can go to a channel and 24/7 from one, you got from maybe 9 to 10, you got someone preaching, and then from 10 to 11, someone doing it, and then from 11 to 12, you got Finding Your Will to Survive with Ray Alexander. Then you got this show coming on, and that show after that, and then this will be a place where warriors can go, where people like themselves are giving content and giving back information. So we already got the music channel up. It got positive music. It's no, it might be some rap music, but it's no Not a lot of that. Maybe 1 or 2 songs for maybe somebody young to come on in. I don't know when that broadcast. It's like a shuffle. And so, but the rest of the music is positive, uplifting, encouraging, inspirational music that can help you start your morning, maybe help you when you go to bed, do some positive meditation. But we just want to be something different to the community, and our hope is to be that encouragement network for the kidney disease community. Like I said, I never walked a day in your shoes being on dialysis, having a transplant, having the BK virus, or even having a transplant and being rejected. I never walked in no one's shoes. But I can tell you, I truly and sincerely empathize with each and every one of you dealing with this disease. Even as myself being a stage 1 kidney disease patient, and it's in check, and I've had it for multiple years. I truly empathize with this community when it comes to dealing with kidney disease. And I guess that's why I stayed doing dialysis for so long, for 33 years. A lot of people get in it and they don't like it because it maybe is too much blood, or maybe a patient cussed them out. Maybe they couldn't handle the 16 hours standing on your feet. I don't know. I tried to get out of it, and I kept coming back. Even patients cussing me out. I had one story, and I'm gone. I had one patient, tech came to me and said, I went to another DaVita, right? This is in Baltimore. So DaVita took over these hospital units, Good Samaritan Hospital and Union Memorial, where I had my accident at. And so I went over to Good Samaritan Hospital, right? They got 2 units over there. So I went in and I had my own set of patients, but I also had to cover 3 other patients along with my patients. So there's 6 patients, right, that I'm covering for medication and assessment. So the tech set me up, right, didn't tell me nothing. I first time at this unit, she says, Mr. So-and-so, for the sake of this conversation, let's say his name was Johnson. She said, Mr. Johnson I forgot what it was, maybe some Tums or Tylenol. It was something, right? So I went to go get it. I come back, right? And I come to him. You know, the guy has on shades, right? Black guy, he in the chair. He got all this stuff on. He got these shades on, looking like he, I'm just saying, like something out of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, something like that. But I go up to him, right? And I said, Mr. So-and-so, here go your thing. This guy flipped up his, let me see. Okay. So this guy, he flips up his glasses, right? When I come to him with the medicine cup with the medicine in it, and he says, excuse my language, y'all. He says, what the F you want? I was like, whoa. He said, what the you want? And then when he did that, right, I said, whoa, I got in defensive mode. I'm not going to lie. I said, so-and-so told me you wanted some medication. That's what the F I want. And then I just walked away. And he went back to watching TV. So, I mean, looking back on that situation, I wish I didn't respond like that, but sometimes this job gets to you like that, and that's why people want to leave and get out of it, because they go to a unit they never worked at to do overtime, and they put them with the they call them patients, they're a problem. And, when these patients see somebody new, come on. I mean, if you're on dialysis and you're watching this, how many of you had someone come from another unit that you never seen before, and you come in and sit in your chair, and this person comes up and say, "Hey, I'm so and so. You ready to go on the machine?" I mean, come on now. I can't tell you. I done been in some funny situations. I mean, that's why I say you got to love this. One more story, and then I promise you I'm going to go. So look, I work for this guy, right? A buddy of mine. He's a nurse manager now. He had an agency, right? And he had a dialysis agency. And I worked for him. This was back maybe in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s, right? Late 90s. So I go to a unit for them in Pennsylvania. I'm living in Maryland, and I'm going to Pennsylvania, right? Now, Pennsylvania, mostly Pennsylvania is mostly, white, right? Base. I mean, you got blacks there, but in certain parts, but the part I was going was up in the mountains, right? It ain't no black people up in the mountains, right? So I kid you not. I go to this unit, right? And I walk in, and I'm the only black person. I'm talking about staff and patients. So when the patients come in, and I go and I come out the back to go on the floor, they looking at me like this. Like, who the hell is this? Right? Boy, man, I was sweating. I ain't gonna lie, because I've never been in this place. Only black person there, right? I'm a nurse, and I'm like, whoa. I ain't gonna lie. When I left, the day worked out really well. Everybody was nice to me, once the ice broke. But let me tell you, going home, I ain't gonna lie, right? Going home, you go through some of these rural roads, and you're able to see like some of the homes, and some of these homes had Confederate flags in the windows, right? I got my ass straight back down 81 down north. I gotta laugh at this because at the time, I couldn't laugh because I was frightened. I mean, black guy riding in the car by yourself and going through back roads. You see a lot of homes with Confederate flags in the window and on the lawn. So, but now I can laugh and joke about it, and don't let that interfere with me giving care. I never did in nursing, even though when I went to Reno, Nevada as a travel nurse, a white patient didn't want me to work on them. So the company had to bring in another nurse from another hospital. So we had to switch. I had to go to the hospital where she was at, and she came there to treat the patient. But it didn't bother me because I was still getting paid. But it's just sad that it's to the point, and I'm sure it was like that back in the days where racism was really, really at the highest, and you had minority workers that may have worked in hospitals that work with Caucasian patients that they didn't want them to work on them. I mean, and that's fine, but it's just sad when it comes to that. And even because look, we all know in the kidney community, when it comes to transplant, we all bleed red. Okay. So there's no discrimination in transplant, because if you're white and you need a transplant, and if it's coming from a black person and you turn it down, then you're crazy. And if you're black and if a transplant coming from a white person, then you're crazy. Because if you wouldn't accept it because of the color, that's absolutely ludicrous. We all bleed red. So with that being said, thank you, Don. I do. I mean, I got to. I got to have a good sense of humor. And I thank y'all. And it's like meeting people like yourself, Don, and Miss Gloria, and Jared, and Eileen, and other people on here who, Kevin Lukens. It's individuals like y'all that accept me, my partner, and the organization with all our defects of character and everything else. We just thank you for accepting us into this community to educate and to continue to educate and to make sure that kidney warriors all across this world, not just here in the U.S., but globally, are able to have access to inspirational information, educational information, and information that's going to help them, in spite of what they're dealing with, live a healthy, long, quality life, regardless of this disease. That's how you win this war on kidney disease. Even though it's there, you still move on. So thank you guys for watching. God bless you. I took up too much of your time, almost an hour and a half. Thank you guys on a Friday night. I'm going to go and mess with my granddaughter in the other room, but thank you guys. God bless you, and stay blessed and encouraged. We see you soon. Peace.
Hello, I'm Darren. We have breaking news. More than 600,000 Americans have kidney failure. While the number of people with kidney failure is enormous, the number of people with its precursor, chronic kidney disease, is staggering. An estimated 31 million Americans, or about 10% of the US population. Diabetes and hypertension cause 2/3 of all cases of kidney disease. 1 out of every 3 Americans is at risk for kidney disease, and kidney disease is now among the top 10 causes of death in the United States. In addition, 9 out of 10 people with early to moderate kidney disease don't know they have it, putting their health in jeopardy. Are you at risk? For more information, contact urbankidneyalliance.org. The life you save may be yours.